Good morning. Today is January 8th, which means that I have just completed the 7th day of the Book Ho's January Readathon. Yesterday, I read for 3 hours and 48 minutes, and I read 394 pages. I started the day by starting and finishing Sunshine and Spice, which was the book for my last night's romance book club. Naomi is a brand consultant who has been hired to rebrand a bazaar for this woman named Gia, and then Dev is Gia's son, who has recently, unbeknownst to everyone, quit his job, and then his mother put him on the marriage market. So he's going through it. And so is Naomi. They decide to help one another out, where Dev will help Naomi with the rebrand, and Naomi will pretend to be Dev's girlfriend to push away all of the women that his mother sends upon him. So it is a fake dating book, which it's kind of funny because it's like the biggest fake dating fail I've ever seen in my life. I know that this is a romance book, so we should be focusing on the romance, but the thing that I was the most fascinated by while reading it was the way that identity and representation was utilized within this book. Both Dev and Naomi are Bengali, but Naomi was raised kind of away from her culture. Her mom left when she was young. So as Naomi has gotten older, she kind of struggles with her identity and understanding who she is, especially as she has started working within this community. Whereas Dev, in his upbringing, was very culturally immersed within the Bengali community, and he almost kind of resents having to constantly uphold certain expectations of himself. There is a lot of miscommunication in this book, but the miscommunication truly comes from a sense of cultural identity crisis and the guilt that one might feel for not feeling enough of their culture or maybe too much of their culture. And I do think that the third act breakup, which usually always happens, this truly did need to happen in this book in order for the two of them to come to terms with who they are to one another, who they are to themselves, and what a relationship between the two of them would truly look like. The next book I continued reading was The Lady Rogue, which I did find my physical copy, and I read another 72 pages. I feel like the way I would classify this so far is a slow burn adventure because I'm 100 plus pages in, and I feel like we still haven't gotten to like the adventuring and the treasure hunting yet. There's obviously a lot of really complicated relationships happening within this book, especially given it's the 1930s and Theodora and Huxley are two young people traveling alone. Also, it's very clear that Theodora has an incredibly complicated relationship with her father. He doesn't sound like a great father to begin with, and so her wanting to search for him not only comes from like a place of fear because she's like concerned about him, but she's also angry at him for like putting her in this position. She did just crack a cipher, so like maybe we're about to get into it, but yeah, I'm like 100 something pages in and I'm like, dude, what are we doing? Well, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you're reading something good, and I will see you tomorrow.